Guys, I sure coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. And you know what? A wise man once said, everybody plays a fool sometimes, no exceptions to the rule. Listen, baby, maybe factual, it may be cruel, I ain't lying.
You're a terrible singer.
Sorry to do that to you guys, by the way, this early in the video, singing this early in the video. It can be traumatizing. I apologize to everybody right now.
Only problem is I can't kill you.
But I'm a fool. I'm a fool because I slept on Timit the Fool. You know what? I put Timit the Fool on my list of the 10 worst champions. He was low on the list, but he was on the list of the 10 worst champions, legendary champions, added in 2023. And out of all the names on the list, you know, whenever you tearing down the fourth wall for a second, whenever you make any kind of video ranking bad champions, you get a lot of hate because people love their damn champions, man. They spent a lot of money on these guys, or I mean time and resources on these champions. And truthfully, I always love making those videos, but I always love the feedback that you guys give me. And I was not ready for the litany of comments about Timit the Fool.
Well, what do you think of me now?
Today, we're going to go ahead and give him a run. We're going to try him with Kaja on the same team as well, try him on a couple different builds, and have some fun to see if I was indeed a fool, if I was wrong. First, let's hear from some of you guys, okay? I have to stand up for my boy Timit, says Andrew Heights. I mentioned it in the comment separate video, but I built him in a stun set. Remember how Mighty Uko got 2 chances for a stun and the AoE before they nerfed him? Timit can get an extra turn with 2 AoEs, but you do have him, need to have him with Kaja to get the extra turn guaranteed. But I'll grant you that you need Kaja needs Timit more than Timit needs Kaja. Run them as a bomb squad and you'll take him off the list for sure. Okay. What about this? PK Rames. For Timit, the buff decrease is meant to counter polymorph. Indeed, 3-turn reduction basically removes all buffs, but you do not get sheeped. This is true. This is true. Xena is a Siffy counter, and Timit avoids polymorph by decreasing buffs instead of removing. I had Xena on the list too. That was probably the second most unpopular champion, but she was just, as I said in the video, she was just kind of there just because of the dirty pay thing.
Why are you always so jealous of me?
But maybe I shouldn't have included her. I apologize to you Xena fans out there as well. Timit is not bad. I use him in 2 places. I run him with Kaja. You can see a lot of these people using him with Kaja though. Ursula, Lady Annabelle, Rhonda, Faction Wars, first attempt level 21, first star, three stars, success, blah, blah, blah. Tag team arena on his C team. I think the way the Fool works is decreasing indeed. So guys, when you decrease buff duration, right? It does not, you won't get sheeped, you won't get polymorphed, as all these comments have said, in case you missed the memo. Hey, I'm not done yet. I want to rattle on through a few more comments, and then we'll go in. As I said, guys, there was a lot of Timit love, a lot of Ash hate. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic there, but a lot of Timit love in the comment. Oh, here's one. It's absolutely unreal how every influencer doing raid content has no idea how to build or use Timit. To be fair, I hadn't built or used him.
Change my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
He's absolutely busted for anyone who isn't at the end game. He can solo content at a way higher level than you should be able to. I started playing 2 months ago and my account surpassed accounts that have 6 months solely because I pulled him on a blue shard with less than $50 spent on the whole account. Well, I think the point is well taken that we should take a look at Timit. Let's go ahead and jump into the game, guys. All right, guys, so we're in game here. We have Timit the Fool. So you guys are probably familiar with his aesthetics. He looks like, well, the court jester, right? He looks like the Fool. Maybe a little bit bigger than I remember most court jesters being, but hey, he definitely fits the part. He even has a big clown face on his hammer or whatever here. So I like the aesthetics on this dude. Kaja, by the way, who will be featuring alongside him in a lot of this video, I like her aesthetics even more. She's got like, I don't know, Queen of Hearts vibe going on. I don't even know what it is, but I really like it. Really, that majestic royalty vibe of Bannerlords, but with a flair, with a little pizzazz, if you will. So I like Kaja the Wry a lot. Timit the Fool, what does he do? First of all, a lot of base HP, a decent amount of defense, 99 speed, cool. Each hit heals his champion by his max HP. If the target's under no active buffs on his A1, he also fills his champion's turn meter by 10% on each hit, which is notable because he's removing most buffs on his A2. A 4-turn cooldown on the test your strength. HP-based champion. He's tanky, as the comments, said. An AoE attack decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by not 1, not 2, but 3 turns. Why not just remove the buffs? Why not?
Don't you always have something to say?
I'm joking. So we can avoid polymorph. Duh. I hate how these influencers are always wrong.
Exactly.
If the enemies are under no active buffs, grants an extra turn, okay? So that's great. I mean, you're going to hit that a lot, without Kaja. But if Kaja's on the team, you're always going to get an extra turn, even if they're under active buffs, which can be notable for like Stone Skin. If you don't remove it, then you still get the extra turn. On the A3, another AoE attack. This time on a 4-turn, this time also on a 4-turn cooldown. AoE, increase accuracy on everybody for 2 turns, and then a true fear on all enemies for 1 turn. That's a 50% chance of losing your turn, obviously, and putting that skill on cooldown, right? So very, very good CC ability. Hideous Assistant, his passive. Whenever an enemy successfully activates a skill while they're under the true fear or fear, fills Timit's turn meter by 10%. Nice to have. Whenever an enemy does not activate because they're under a fear or true fear, places a provoke on that enemy for 1 turn. Now that's incredibly powerful, but it's only available when Kaja the Wry is on the same team. You guys ever do that? You ever read a skill or an ability in the game and then you're like, whoa, this sounds amazing. And then you get to the bottom and you're like, oh shoot, that's the companion ability, damn it.
Why are you always so dramatic?
Anyway, that's kind of how I first reacted. Accuracy on all battles by 50. Okay, so what do people say in the reviews? They say, meh. Middle of the road on the reviews, middle of the road. Let's go ahead and quickly take a sneaky little look here at Kaja the Wry. Kaja's very fast at 112 base speed. She's tanky too. She's got speed in all battles by 19%. She's got a heal. Heals him as well, both her and Timit if they're on the same team. She has a revive on the A2. If Timit is on the same team and dead, it revives him with a full HP and a full turn meter. If he's on the same team and alive, it resets the cooldown and instantly activates the Kegs of Dread ability. Really quickly here, this is hellhades.com. They give him a 3.5 overall grading, so pretty much in line with the in-game ratings. Where does this dude shine outside arena? Really just dungeon progression for the most part. They give him a 4 in Frostbiter as well. I guess the increased accuracy just helping out a little bit there. Arena as well, a 5 out of 5. So yeah, they're definitely on the same page. What does he have for, like, I don't know, Silver 3? Not being used a lot and this is the thing with any companion champion. I wonder how you guys, I mean, the pick rates are really, really low, right? I wonder what you guys think of this. On companion champions, I mean, with Siphi and Rose, they're so good, and Taurus and Marichka, they're so good that I guess it doesn't really apply. But on a lot of arena companions, like I would love to run a Kaja and a Timit, but they're so good when they're together, and then they're just kind of like mid, I guess, alone, or maybe a little bit above, depending on how you feel. You can't run them together in live arena because they're just going to get banned. They're just going to get banned. I would just ban Kaja if I saw Timit in the arena. Anyway, his multipliers, 0.1 on the A1, a 0.25 on the first AoE, a 0.27 on the second AoE. That's the Kegs of Dread. So the Kegs of Dread actually hits decently hard. So I decided we'd start him out as a nuker. I'm going to put him in a nuke build. Although my favorite build for him, I think, is just going to be a stun set, right? The back-to-back turns on back-to-back AoEs. Sign me up. So on the A3, to finish out Kaja, she's got a turn meter fill. She's got remove 2 random debuffs from each ally, or everything if he's on the same team as Timit. These companions, I can't remember too many companion champions that have so many synergies together. So when they're together, they're a lot better. When they're not, it's kind of like Jetney the Giant and Alsgore, but Alsgore is really good by himself. I don't know. I digress. Places a block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn. Notably, it's a 1 turn on a 3-turn cooldown, not a 2-turn. But still, 1 turn is good with a full cleanse and a turn meter fill. She could be a turn meter booster in the arena, so we want to build her fast. Okay, let me show you the builds on both these champions really quickly here, and we're gonna run into the arena. We're gonna run. We're not gonna walk before I start singing or something crazy again to you guys.
Run.
Timit the Fool. this is how we're going to start him out in a savage, because I'm just curious, man. 2 AoEs, decent multipliers, you know, somewhere between an Grush the Mangler and, well, he's a defense base. Kind of like an Eric's, but without her hard-hitting ability, right? Kind of like the A1 ability of Eric's. Either way, though, that's significant. It's not bad. 70k HP, some speed, crit rate, crit damage, and some accuracy. 444 on the accuracy. We do have accuracy on the banner. We have HP on the amulet. You know what, guys? I want to go with crit damage. I mean, we're in a damage build just to see what this dude can do. And then I want to switch over to a stun set. So let's go ahead and throw him in on the crit damage instead. Let's go ahead and max this out. We're in a clan versus clan, so we'll get the points. Sign me up. Awesome. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and use a quick accuracy glyph as well. Get an extra 7 there. Sign me up. So now we're at 246. So we're moving on up. Masteries, Arena Nuker build. Again, back-to-back AoEs. Let's just see what the dude can do, right? I don't think he's going to be a Taurus the Fierce, but again, maybe a budget version of an Eric's in terms of damage. We'll see. We'll see. That's what I got for a build. We have speed on the boots, we have HP percentage on the chest, and we have crit damage on the gauntlets, okay? Really quickly here, I'll show you Kaja. We have her in Triple Righteous. So we have her with a lot of, we have a decent amount of speed and a lot of resistance. Right? Why? Because she can cleanse the team and she can place the block debuffs. She can revive everybody. She's got an interesting kit. I don't know why, but it always kind of boggles my mind, not to overstate it, when they have an AoE revive on the A2. That should be on the A3. Revives go last, Plarium. Come on, man.
Don't tell me how to do my goddamn job.
Anyway, I have Iron Will for a blessing. She's only 1-star awakened. I think that's fine. What do I have? Triple Righteous, as I said, she needs no accuracy in her kit, so I have some survivability, some speed, and a lot of resistance, okay? So that's basically it. Let's go ahead and jump into battle. So I'm going to stick with the arena here for you guys because let's just start out. Let's start out easy and work our way up. What do you say, guys? We have a Shuzen. We have basically another speed lead, one of the 30% speed Oryx. I want to use him and her on a go first team first, right? Although I'm sure you can run them in a tankier, maybe a stone skin build on a go second team as well. You can run them fast in a control build, which we're going to switch to. I just want to do the DPS check first. See if we were actually wrong about this dude. I have Blood Gorge in there as our nuker. I don't want to start on auto. All right, so I have Shuzen pretty fast. Oh, I forgot Kaja's. The coolest thing about Kaja is she's, when Timit's on the same team on her passive, she's immune to turn meter manipulation. Instead, it fills her turn meter. That's pretty cool. If he's not on the same team, she gets, I think they're mitigated by 50% or something like that. We'll look in a moment. So we're going to lead off. We could just hand the baton immediately to, you want to do it, guys? Let's just do it. Let's hand it immediately to the big fella. All right. And let's go in. First, we're going to do the A2. That's where we get the extra turn. So let's slow it down and take a look. Timit, it's your time to shine. You got this.
Your eyes are filled with stars.
Boom. Okay, about 20k damage or so. We deal with a retribution or 2 here, but we're going to go right back in with the A3 that does hit a little bit harder. Keep in mind, no debuffs, but also keep in mind a pretty squishy team. Boom. Hey, not bad. And did you see what just happened there? The True Fear did not proc on Arbiter. So what happened? It gets replaced instead with a Provoke. That's really, really nice control. I have to hand it to you. I have to hand it to you, Timit. Maybe, just maybe, you are a pretty dang cool champion here. Now, granted, we have Kaja on the same team. I'm going to take out Kaja in a moment because I don't want it to be all about the tandem here. But let's step up. Let's up the ante a little bit here, okay? Why don't they have Arbiter in the lead? A slow Arbiter team? You don't see that often, do you? They do have 1 stone skin on UDK. This time, I'm just going to use the A3 here. We're going to speed everybody up on my team, and I'm going to pass the proverbial baton over to Kaja. She's going to use her turn meter fill again, and that's going to allow us to get all the way to Timit the Fool. So we're dealing with some buffs here. Of course, those are protected, but then we can decrease duration here. Now, on decrease, okay. So not too bad, I guess. Obviously not enough accuracy to mitigate a Mithrala Lifebane. But we come in here, and I gotta say, guys, how do you feel? Now they're a little bit tankier, this team, but I feel pretty dang good about the back-to-back nukes in a nuker build, right? He's, again, I shouldn't even use the T word when talking about this dude, but in a lot of ways, he's got a small Taurus vibe about him because he's tanky and he can kind of hit a little bit hard. He's tough to get rid of. He can be annoying, and I see why those comments said that.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
I don't want to decapitate UDK. I just want to go in with Blood Gorge, A2, Raging Beast, kill everybody else, and then we can kill UDK. Not bad, Blood Gorged. Hitting with a nice 260k, or was it? I see that right? All right, let's go again. Hey, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Now we're going against Taurus. He's got a Vlad, the Nightborn on the team. Let's just go with the A3 here. This is nice too because Taurus puts the fear on Blood Gorge, but we can just cleanse it right off with Kaja. We can come right back in here with the A2. Always want to start out with that. That's some nice, I mean, poor Vlad almost died just on the first ability there. Come back in on the second one. I love how he rolls the barrels in. I guess that's why it's called the barrel roll, huh? But look at how he left things for our nuker, you know? I mean, it's looking pretty good here. Now we can just come in and A2 and then just deal with Taurus, right? Which is... with this team, thankfully, not going to be that difficult because even if he came in with a constant pressure or whatever, he's not going to be killing Kaja with that. Probably not Timit either. And she has the revival, right? So we go in. Let's try one more team before we switch over to a stun set. Let's try this squad right over here. I missed this team earlier. They have a Leo, a Ramantu, a Siffy, and an Arbiter, and they go first. So this might be, I might be toast here. Let's see. Let's just come in here, reduce their turn meter, fill mine. Let's get rid of this baloney here, the block skills. And then, okay, this is a perfect situation for him, finally, right? We can come in. They went first. They all go. Siffy buffs. Everybody's good except for Leo, thank God. We're going to come in with the A2 and hopefully get rid of all this baloney. Oh, I gotta say, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Then we barrel roll into them. We put the fear on, a true fear, I should say, on them as well. Good control there, which is really nice. I'm going to go ahead and Raging Beast again. And now Leo only has to, okay, Leo. Oh, Leo.
How you like that?
Leo. You son of a jackal. I want revenge, damn it. All right, guys, we're going to go back and we're going to try to get revenge on that team. I would if I had any gems. I screwed up initially when I was picking out his masteries, right? So I had to reset, and now I have no gems to my name, and I'm not going to buy gems just to reset.
They're expensive, but you can afford it.
But I would go defense down to Fearsome Presence instead of offense, right? Or actually... I'd probably just keep offense and go support, depending if I need the accuracy or not. But either way, I would definitely pick up Fearsome Presence as a tier 6 mastery if I was going to run him in stun, because why not have two chances at 23% on that stun? So the rebuild here is in a stun set, 400 plus accuracy. We still have him like way above and beyond crit capped at 120% here. I did have to change into crit rate on the gauntlets. I don't think it's going to have a major impact, because we still have Helm Smasher as well here on his damage, but we can go ahead and try him out. But now at least we have a shot at controlling a team like we just went against. We did a damage check. Now let's see how we do when it comes to getting revenge, okay? So all we're doing is changing the build. Everything else is the same. On this team, we already have a traditional nuker anyway in Blood Gorge, right? Okay, so they go first. They do the whole shebang. We're familiar. We come in here at an increased speed. We're going to cleanse everybody away, and now we're cooking again. We're going to come in with the A2, and hopefully this time we can land some stuns. One? Did we land one stun? Well, you know what? We landed at least one stun. Now we can put a skill on cooldown. Hopefully that is enough to deal with whatever he's going to throw at us right now. She stays alive this time. I don't know what changed, but obviously I'm going to take full credit for the stun set. That's reasonable, right? And then he pops them off just to add insult to injury. You know what, Blood Gorged? Finish her. Siffy, you just got decapitated. All right, guys, this is the stun set. So we get the double chance at a stun. I think we landed, what, 1 or 2 right there? Let's go against this squad. The nice thing is I hope they go first. We can take Kaja out. Let's put, I don't know, I don't know. Let's put Lydia in there, whatever, debuffer. I just want to run him without Kaja to get an assessment of, you know, is he any good without her, right? So we go first, of course. The nice thing about this team, oh, actually there is no nice thing. I was gonna say we have Kaja to cleanse and to put the block debuffs against bombs. We don't have Kaja, Ash. We don't have Kaja. That's the only problem. But we do have a back-to-back stun. We land a stun right there on RB. And then boom, we throw the kegs and everybody's pretty much dead. I have to say, you don't need to min-max this dude for damage. He's going to put out a little bit of damage anyway if you crit cap him, you know? And you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. You can just make him super tanky and go HP percentage on the gauntlets and the chest if you want to. There's so many ways you could build this dude. Somebody was mentioning what? Someone was mentioning, this team doesn't look that great, actually. Let's go for this team. Someone was mentioning in the comments they built him for PvP in like a regen and immortal set. That's annoying. So, all right, let's go. So in this situation, I don't want to be filling turn meter and getting frozen by Tormund. So in this situation, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let's just hand it to him, right? Let's just hand. Oh, he gets the stupid freeze because of the bus. My bad. Okay, let's just hope for the best here. What can I say, right? I think if we had just handed it to Bloodgorged instead, we'd probably be okay. I really don't want to go with the A3, but I do want to reduce turn meter. Let's just no, that's silly. Okay, he's provoked. He comes in, does a decent job. We do the first denial there. I didn't really love the timing on that deny revival by I have to go for it now. We're stunned anyway. It doesn't matter if we're frozen. Okay. Hand it to him. He doesn't get frozen this time. We're going to come in the A2. Ooh. Oh, you son of a jackal. Let's see if we can take down the little guy and pull a miraculous comeback. All we need to do... Actually, Tormund might be easier at this point. I think it's still Sun Wukong. Oh, we don't get him. We don't get him. Let's try again. Let's go for revenge one more time. If we had Kaja on the team, you can see why... Shoot. Oop, this team. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, let's get revenge here, guys. Let's get revenge. You can see why Kaja is so effective with him, right? Just makes everything better, seemingly. I'm just going to A1. I'm just going to be really safe here. Go in A2. Now we land a couple stuns, or at least one stun, at least on Staltis, which is the biggest pain here. He does, unfortunately, take the freeze there on the accuracy, increased accuracy buff, that is. We're going to come in just with the A2 here. Boom. We Death's Hold on that. That's great. Let's just keep poking away at Staltis a little bit. Let's, yeah, the right play, I think, here. You know what? Let's just go. Now we can just go with the, don't mind me, just talking to myself. This is what I do. This is what us old people, how we play Raid Shadow Legends. We narrate everything we do. All right, we got revenge. We got revenge. I'm feeling pretty good, guys. I'm feeling good enough to make an assessment here overall on this. This is actually a perfect team for him, right? What I want to do, though, is I want like a Madame Ceres or something. I don't want to do damage to anybody because I don't want to touch Cupidus with DPS. Hopefully I have gear on Madame Ceres. I know I have gear on Ryan the Conjurer, so I could have used that. But anyway, let's go in again. Control. Oh, perfect. She's geared up. We can go in. We can debuff without having to worry about Cupidus counterattacking because Venus is on the same team. So now we can come in again. They're not going to have, if there are no enemies under active buffs, grants an extra turn. So obviously we're going to get an extra turn even without Kaja. Come in here. We land 2 stuns. Steamrolling their speed boosters. We're great. Let's go ahead and give Bloodgorge a turn. Have him come in and finish everybody off here. Up. One more shot. Cupidus, you never even got a chance to go, buddy. Sorry, buddy. There we go. Have a symbolic couple counterattacks here, right? He's like, Cupidus is like, I got this, man. Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make my assessment. I think that it's safe to say Shocking absolutely nobody in the world. I think I was wrong about Timit the Fool.
What, are we friends now?
He's a pretty dang fun champion. I forgot who said it in the comments, but truthfully, I don't think he's one of the best fusions of 2023. But is he one of the worst champions added in 2023? I'm going to go ahead and say no, he's not. And yes, he shouldn't have been on the list. I agree with you guys. So, hey, I was a fool. I was wrong. But hey, it gives more content, more videos to discuss why I'm wrong. That's why I always encourage you guys to call me out if there's anything you disagree with in any video, because odds are your comment will be appearing in a future video where I apologize. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.
An amazing butterfly.